An animal in the instinctive herd, pushed by life impulses, forced by common needs, all served the aim and
Oh,
action of
oh,
the
no,
pack.
you missed the line. Each in his own kind.
Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second, Narad sir. I think let me
No
just, I will.
problem. No problem.
Okay. Narad sir, I'll start again. An animal in the instinctive herd, pushed by life impulses, forced by common needs, each in his own kind, saw his ego's glass, all served the aim and action of the pack.
Yes, well, of course, in this kingdom of the little life that we've been going through, um, we see we've seen so much of these,
Mhm.
shall we say, good things and very bad things, where
Mhm.
these people, we just had the human selves, they're helpless prey, and
Mhm.
and they go through this lifelong woe, and yet these people sing of their high and glorious deeds. These beings in this world, so
Mhm.
they are. Each one is an animal in
Mhm.
the instinctive herd. The herd
Mhm.
is the group, the group
Mhm.
of animals here.
Mhm.
And each one is pushed by these impulses of life. And they are forced by common needs also. Just like animals are forced to find food, to reproduce, to get away from their enemies, etc. So each one is forced by common needs and pushed by life impulses. Then each one sees himself in his own mirror, so to speak. And
Mhm.
yet all serve the aim and action of the pack. They're not doing things on their own or for themselves. They're
Mhm.
serving the pack. So we
Right.
see here that we have this animal, we have the word herd, and then we have the word pack in just
Mhm.
4 lines.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Now we'll go to the next one and then the next line.
Sure. Those like himself by blood or custom kin to him were parts of his life, his adjunct selves, his personal nebulas, constituent stars, satellite companions of his solar eye.
Yes, and this is the very, very powerful lines here because what Sri Aurobindo is telling us is that all of them, like himself, by
Mhm.
blood or by or kin by custom, you
Mhm.
see, um, to him were parts of his life, his
Mhm.
adjunct selves. Adjunct here means joined to,
Okay.
connected
Mhm.
to.
Mhm.
His personal nebulas,
Mhm.
constituent stars. Now, a
Mhm.
nebula is usually considered a cloud of gas
Right. Mhm.
or a cloud or some dust in interstellar space. So they're
Mhm.
his personal nebulas, constituent stars, all of
Mhm.
these adjunct selves. And,
Mhm.
and they are also satellite companions of his
Mhm.
solar eye. What a line. Oh,
Yeah.
a satellite, of course, is a subordinate in this case.
Mhm.
Satellites are small bodies that orbit around a larger body, and
Mhm.
so we can understand it very well. They are
Yes.
satellite companions of his solar eye. That
Mhm.
eye is the ego, his
Mhm.
solar ego.
Okay. 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 And that ego glass is like you mentioned, mirror, right? I mean, it's all about
Yeah, everything
their
is themselves.
first characteristics that they are aligned to. Mhm,
Yes, exactly.
mhm,
And he'll tell us even more.
mhm. A master of his life's environment, a leader of a huddled human mass, herding for safety on a dangerous earth, he gathered them round him as if minor powers to make a common front against the world, or weak and soul on an indifferent earth as a fortress of his undefended heart.
As the fortress for, not
Sorry.
of, but
Okay.
for his undefended heart.
As a fortress for his undefended heart, or else to heal his body's loneliness.
So basically, he's a master of his
Mm,
life's environment, but he's a leader also of this huddle, this mass together, this crowded human mass. And they are all herding, gathering together as like a herd
mhm,
for safety on a dangerous earth. He gathered them round as if minor powers to make a common front against the world. Sri Aurobindo uses that word front often. Fronting this, fronting that, directly against the world, front against the world.
mhm,
Or, he says, or weak and soul on an indifferent earth, as a fortress for his undefended heart, or else to heal his body's loneliness. So
mhm,
he is a leader. There's no
mhm,
doubt about that. He's a
mhm,
master of his life's environment.
mhm,
And he's herding for safety on a dangerous earth these minor powers of his, these, we can say, gathered around him, these
mhm,
as if minor powers, these others who are like kin to him. And in that way they can make a common front against the world. But then Sri Aurobindo has two other possibilities that he gives us from this little life.
mhm,
Or weak and soul on an indifferent earth as a fortress, for his undefended heart, or else to heal his body's loneliness.
mhm,
So
mhm,
these are all his kind. They're all
mhm,
his people.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a long passage now, and we'll have to go through it a little slowly.
Okay. In others than his kind, he sensed a foe.
Or other than his kind.
In others than his
Yeah, in others than his kind.
kind. Yeah.
It said then. You have to
Oh,
say
okay.
that, than.
And oh, okay, okay. In others than his kind, he sensed a foe, an alien unlike force to shun and fear, a stranger and adversary to hate and slay.
Okay, so he has his little group, but
Mhm,
in others that are not his group, that is
mhm,
not his kind, he
mhm,
he perceives them as a foe,
mhm,
and it's an alien, unlike force, something to be shunned and feared, a
mhm,
stranger and adversary to hate and slay.
Mhm.
And now there's another or, and there are more ors coming. Or,
Mhm. Or he lived as lives the solitary brute, at war with all he bore his single fate.
now you lost that sense. At war with all, he bore his single fate. So
Okay, okay.
an alien, unlike force to shun and fear, a stranger and adversary to hate and slay.
Mm.
Or he lived as the solitary brute lives,
Mhm.
at war with all. He bore, past tense of bear, his single
Mhm.
fate.
Okay. I'll read that one more time, Narad sir.
Yes, please.
Or he lived as lives the solitary brute, at war with all, he bore his single fate. Absorbed in the present act, the fleeting days, none thought to look beyond the hour's gains.
Yeah, but you're just reading words now, Shilpa. You have to feel the meaning, feel the rhythm, feel the beauty. None
Mm,
thought to look beyond the hour's gains. Not
okay,
none thought to look beyond the hour's gains. Okay, we have to work on that together.
okay. I'll read, I'll go back to absorbed.
Yes.
Absorbed in the present act, the fleeting days, none thought to look beyond the hour's gains, or dreamed to make this earth a fairer world, or felt some touch divine surprise his heart.
A little better.
Mhm,
So when we're absorbed in the present act and these days that go by us, we don't really think to look beyond the gains of the hour.
mhm,
You know, now I have to give my family dinner. Now I have to do this. I have to go here. I have to clean the laundry. I have to do all of these things. So we don't look beyond the hour's gains very often.
mhm,
And of course, we don't dream to make this earth a fairer world, except when we go within ourselves. And then
mhm,
and then we touch that higher part of our being that says, yes, I want to make this earth a fairer world. And maybe I'll even feel a divine touch surprising my heart, the presence of the mother. See,
mhm, mhm.
see how important these lines are.
Yes, yes.
So carry on.
Mhm. The gladness that the fugitive moment gave, the desire grasped, the bliss, the experience won, movement and speed and strength were joy enough, and bodily belonging shared and quarrel and play, and tears and laughter and the need called love. I
This
think
is
that.
so powerful, so powerful. We have to go through it very, very slowly and understand, especially in the human beings that we are. Sometimes there's a gladness that a fleeting moment gives us. We have a smile from someone. We have the touch of our children's hand in joy. But Sri Aurobindo says there's more. The desire grasp. Oh, I want this. I want that. I cannot live without this or that. So the desire is grasped. The bliss, even the experience one, movement and speed and strength. three things, movement,
Mhm.
speed, and strength were joy enough.
Mhm.
And bodily longings, again, that's desires that are shared. And of course, there's quarrel and there's play. And then he ends with this incredible line, and tears and laughter and the need called love. And so, what we know as love is not love at all,
Mhm.
unless it's a total surrender and love to the Divine Mother and Sri Aurobindo. All other love is human love. It's weak, it's controversial. We love, we don't love. Um,
Mhm.
so these lines are so important that we grasp desire, we grasp bliss. At times we have something we could call as bliss, but it's really on our level just simply happiness.
Mhm.
It's not true ananda ever, except if we can reach into those highest worlds. And so, what is joy enough for us? Movement. We go here and there, we do this and that. And speed, we want to do it pretty quickly. We have to get this done in a hurry. And we are strong, and that's joy enough. But then he wants to add to that and say, and bodily longings shared, of course, making love or other things that we share with our husband or our children, and quarrel, of course, and play, and even tears and laughter. Look how he combines them, tears and laughter. And then this need called love.
A very deeper meaning in this. Yeah.
Very deep. So
Mhm.
please continue on.
Sure. In war and clasp these life wands, joined the all life, wrestling of a divided unity, inflicting mutual grief and happiness in ignorance of the self, forever one.
So we have these life wants, and we have them in war, and we have them in clasping unity and each other. And
Mhm.
therefore, they join the all life, capital A, capital L, new word, all life, the vastness of life, all life. But there also are wrestlings of a unity that is divided. And that divided unity inflicts on us mutual grief and happiness. Again, you see both. He has given
Mhm.
that so many times, tears
Mhm.
and laughter,
Mhm.
grief and happiness.
Mhm.
All of these things are happening in ignorance of the self, our inner being, the divine within us, that
Mhm.
is forever one. And Sri Aurobindo tells us that the self is our self existent being. It is our true soul, we could say. In a
Mhm.
letter on yoga, he writes to a devotee, the self is being, not a being. Very, very important. Huh?
Okay.
By self is meant the conscious, essential existence one in all. And that's where we get that all life, one in all.
All, yeah.
And in the synthesis I'll share with you, because this is very important, in relation to the individual, the supreme is our own true and highest self, that which ultimately we are in our essence, that of which we are in our manifested nature, even in this form, even in this human being, we are still the supreme who lives in us, hidden by these veils of our life. A spiritual knowledge moved to arrive at the true self in us must reject, as the traditional way of knowledge rejects, all misleading appearances. It must discover that the body is not our self, our foundation of existence. It is a sensible form of the infinite. Sensible means a real form of the infinite, but it's not our true self. Our true self is still hidden within us. It's our highest self and not our ego self, not our personal nature, but the divine Lord within us. So I think it's probably time for you to read the whole thing.
Sure.
Good.
I'll listen to the recording and write down every word that you said. It is so important. I was not able to write everything, but I'll listen to the recording.
Oh. So we had that last line on 144.
144, yeah.
Oh,
An
no.
animal, yeah.
Where was it? Where did it begin on 144?
Last fifth line, an animal in the
Oh,
instinct.
okay, yes, right.
Yeah. An animal in the instinctive herd, pushed by life impulses, forced by common needs, each in his own kind saw his ego's glass. All served the aim and action of the pack. Those like himself by blood or custom kin, to him were parts of his life, his adjunct selves, his personal nebulas, constituent stars, satellite companions of his solar eye.
I would say nebula, first accent on the first syllable, nebula, and then constituent stars.
Okay. Nebula.
No, not nebula, nebula. Accent on the first syllable. Nebula.
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 Yes. And
Nebula.
and then
And constituent.
Yes, very good.
Okay. To him were parts of his life, his adjunct selves, his personal nebulas, constituent stars.
Nebulas.
His personal nebulas, constituent stars, satellite companions of his solar eye, a master of his life's environment, a leader of a huddled human mass, herding for safety on a dangerous earth. He gathered them round him as if minor powers to make a common front against the world, or weak and sole on an indifferent earth as a fortress for his body's, as a fortress for his undefended heart, or else to heal his body's loneliness. In others than his kind, he sensed a foe, an alien unlike force to shun and fear, a stranger and adversary to hate and slay. Or he lived as lives the solitary brute, at war with all, he bore his single fate, absorbed in the present act, the fleeting days. None thought to look beyond the hour's gains, or dreamed to make this earth a fairer world, or felt some touch divine surprise his heart, the gladness that the fugitive moment gave. The desire grasped the bliss, the experience won, movement and speed and strength were joy enough, and bodily longings shared, and quarrel and play, and tears and laughter other need, and tears and laughter and the need called love. In war and clasp, these life wants joined the all life, wrestling of a divided unity, inflicting mutual grief and happiness, in ignorance of the self forever one.
Good reading. Good reading. Much
Thank you.
better. Second time around is always much better.
Mhm.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Narad sir. You have a great week ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.